Good morning, everybody. It's cold this morning. It is 31 degrees, 7:47, and today we are going to go buy a 2000 Honda TRX 400EX, and this will be my first four-wheeler. I've had mini bikes, I've had three-wheelers. Now it's time for my first four-wheeler. I had a budget of $3,000, but I wanted to spend more towards the $1,500 side. And the one I was going to go look at originally, I was going to pay $2,300 for, but then this other one that I wanted, that was appears to be in better shape and is more towards the vision of my end goal. It was posted for $2,900. The guy said $2,600, and then the night before, last night, he was like, "Oh, somebody want to come pick it up for $2,600, but if you can do $2,700, I'll hold it to tomorrow morning," which I think was just a crock of cow. So I'm paying $2,700 for it, which is $1,100 really more than what I want to pay for it, but it's $300 under budget. So we got Bertha loaded up. I'm about to go pick up Cortland, his son. My son is riding, about to drive an hour and a half to go look at this thing. If it looks and runs like how it appears on Facebook Marketplace, I'm about to be $2,700 more broke. So I got stuff listed on Marketplace. Come buy it. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. So when we get there, I'm gonna let Cortland do the ride. I haven't rode a manual four-wheeler in over 20 years. I'm 36. I think I was 14 or 15 last time I rode a manual four-wheeler. So I'm gonna let Cortland do the riding so that I don't look foolish on it. And then if it all looks good, runs good, we throwing it on the trailer, strapping it down. We gonna go to Max Speed Shop. We gonna eat. We gonna come back here. I might ride it. I might not ride it. I don't know yet. But yeah, hopefully by the end of this video, we are on the four-wheel I went to go look at. If the one I'm going to go look at is not worth it, it's another one about 40 minutes away, the original one that I was going to get for $2,300. But I don't like how it's done and everything. So it's not my first choice. It's a backup. It's a backup. Hopefully we don't need to back up. I can spend the money off the back and be done with it. So when we go pick up Cortland, his son, take a little video, and then we're gonna truck it on down the highway, baby, and we about to go pick up this 400EX. One or the other. Either way, we should be coming back with a 400EX on the trailer. So let's go. I have me a 2000 Honda 400EX. White Brothers exhaust. I'm not sure what rear wheels on here, but they're silver and not polished aluminum. Some hole shot tires. You know, looks pretty good. Sounds good. I am going to look into maybe a baffle for that exhaust, but we'll see if it grows on me or not. Looks pretty good. The plastics are in pretty good shape. A little bit of spidering from them popping wheelies. As you can see, this back bar is just flat. My boy Cortland rode it for me, tested out, make sure everything was good to go. He said it feels just as strong as his 400EX with the 440 bit bore kit. It has a newer jug on it, as you can tell from the original head that this is a newer jug. They said it had a Wasco piston. They said it didn't have a big bore kit on it, but I'm thinking it does have a big bore kit. If y'all know any telltale signs, let me know. But I definitely see a green gasket and a newer jug. So I would imagine a 440. It would be nice if it was a 426, but I would imagine it's a 440. But it came, of course, with the Nerf bars, got blue handlebars. It has risers on it. I don't know if they just painted the bumper or if this is an aftermarket bumper. I don't know what that says. Wicked products, lower and upper control arms. I don't know if these are factory springs or aftermarket springs, but tires are in decent shape. Back tires show just a little bit of cracking in there. I got an aftermarket pull bar. The only thing is that the rear hubs on both sides are loose, so at some point or another I will need to pull these hubs off and make sure that the axle splines are good to go. I think these are aftermarket hubs, so I may just end up putting the factory Honda hubs back on it. But I'm gonna join some Honda pages on Facebook and get some opinions about these hubs. It does have skid plate all the way under the bottom. The only thing it doesn't have is the A-arm skid plate. So I will probably just make my own A-arm skid plates, because the A-arm skid plate's like $100 something, like $140. So I'll probably just make 2 sets of A-arm skid plates, one for mine and one for Cortland's. But overall, it looks good. It doesn't look like it's leaking any oil. They do have like this dirt resistant spray on it, so I can't quite tell what is oil and what is that spray. Everything looks dry by the oil lines. Normally, for some 400s I looked at, it'll be wet here, which means that the O-rings are going bad, but all that looks good. Overall, it looks like a good bike. It ran solid. I need to change the oil. The oil did not look good in it, so I need to get an oil filter and make sure I got enough GN4 oil. It looks like it has the stock rear master cylinder, which is good. But overall, I mean, the bike looks like it's in pretty good shape. I've never seen white Nerf bars, and these look like they're powder coated. So I don't know if they're powder coated in white or if they bought them white, but I've never seen white Nerf bars. The graphics I've seen better days. I'm probably going to pull these graphics off and just run the white plastics. I'm probably going to get custom graphics made, because at the end of the day, if none of these companies are paying me or giving me any discounts, they're not going to be on my stuff. So after this video, it will be all white until I get my custom graphics made for this bike. But overall, the bike looks good. It ran good. The battery is more than likely dead. Probably to order battery for it. We'll see if the battery for my 200E will fit in here. But overall, the bike is in really good shape. Now, mind you, I have not rode a manual four-wheeler in about 20 years. So today's gonna be my first time riding it, and my first time doing a manual four-wheeler in a while. So that'll probably be a separate video. I'm also gonna do a video on why is it so hard, you know, giving people money, because really it shouldn't be that hard for me to send somebody a message on Facebook that has something for sale, and I'm trying to give you what you're asking, but either you're not responding to me or you just don't read the messages. I don't understand how you're going to be successful at selling anything if you're not responding to the people trying to buy stuff. So yeah, I'm probably gonna do a video on from a buyer's standpoint, because we know how it is as sellers. But from a buyer standpoint, it took way too long for me to lock down a seller to actually get their address and give them money. He had it listed for $2,900, offered him $2,500. Then he said $2,600, and then last night he was like, "Oh, somebody wants to come look at it tonight for $2,600. If you give me $2,700, I'll hold it till the morning." And I knew he was foolish, but at the same time, I didn't want this to get away over $100. So $2,700 cash is what I paid for it. And to be 24 years old, overall, it's in good shape. It's in better shape than a lot of them. At 20 something sounds good. Like a 71, 72 Chevy. That motherfucker sound good too. That motherfucker sound good as hell. Hell yeah. But yeah, it shouldn't be that hard to buy something from somebody who's selling and I have the money. So yeah, I'm gonna make a video on the chats on what I went through trying to buy this. So I hope them jokers see it and go, "Oh man, yeah, he really had the money." Yes, I did. And I'm sorry about Buddy with the yellow one and the red graphics that I said I was gonna come buy it. But Buddy, for you was charging me $2,300 for $400 more. I feel like I got a much nicer, cleaner quad, and I was gonna do the white plastics anyway, which would have been almost $500. So I mean, for what it would have cost me to put the white plastics on yours, I got something that already had the white plastics. They're clean, and I think overall this bike is cleaner than yours. So the $400 difference is because the bike is just cleaner. So my bad to you, homie. I hope you sell it. Drop it to $2,000, it'll sell. But at $2,400, but it ain't going nowhere. So yeah, next video will be me riding it for the first time. My first time being on a manual four-wheeler in 20 years, and let's hope it goes okay. So we about to hop on it now. My buddy Cortland is pulling his 400EX out, and I'm going to do a video on that because I did one video when he picked it up. He's done a lot of changes to it, so I will do another video on that. So it'll probably be my riding video. As far as 400 stuff go, it'll be the riding video on this with me messing up, installing, and hopefully I don't burn the clutch out. And then after that, we would do a walk around and talk about his upgrades that he's done to his and all the changes he's made and whatever future plans he has. So this year, 2024, I plan on coming with 400EX content on the trails, having fun, modifications, maintenance, whatever. Because I've been wanting one for a long time, and I'm 36 years old, and I finally got mine. So, as always, think, build, or hell, think, buy, enjoy. Happy New Year's 2024. Peace.